Become a channel member and support the content. You also get access to exclusive videos. You'll get an emote next to your name in the comments. The link for that can be found next to the subscribe button or in the description. And if you'd rather get your coins direct rather than roll the dice with FIFA points, head to u7buy.com and at checkout use the code TVM for a discount. The link can be found down below. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to a brand new player review. Had to do it. If you want to see me, well, maybe partly completed anyway, check out the Road to Glory later today. Spoiler alert, of course, I have done this on the Road to Glory. But, I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory. I'm going to, right? There's a nice link between Messi and Ronaldo. I've got a fair few Argentinians in my club, on my team anyway. And this is a 91 rated card for what is, what was around 200k. He's around 220 now on PC, but on console he's just shy of 200,000 coins. If you have any untradables as well, of course, it's going to be even cheaper again. What's not to like about it, really? Well, I mean, maybe there's one thing. 3-star weak foot. That's probably the most notable downside of this card. 4-star skills, decent, medium work rates, 93 acceleration, 86 sprint speed. His finishing, I suppose, could be a little bit higher, but it's not like terrible. It's 87, it's still good. 88 positioning, 85 shot power, 90 long shots, 91 volleys. His passing is off the charts. It's sort of 90 crossing is the only really low 90 stat. Well, long passing is 82. Are you really going to need that as a cam or as a striker? Probably not. Is it nice to have just in case? Yes, but it's not going to ruin the card. 95 short passing, 96 free kicks, evidence of that in the review, in the clips. 96 curve, which is really nice as well for things like corners, and of course free kicks as well, if you like to bend those free kicks. And then the dribbling across the board is very nice. 95 agility, 93 balance, 97 ball control, 94 dribbling. Both reactions and composure are both 87. How do I feel about that? Could be higher, sure. Is it bad? No. So I'm going to live with it for now. We'll talk about it if it ever crops up. 83 stamina combined with that 3-star weak foot are probably the only two talking points. Yes, it would be nice if the finishing was higher. Yes, it would be nice if the sprint speed was closer to the acceleration. And it would be nice if the reactions and the composure were in the 90s. But they're not problems. They're just sort of, well, I wish this was a little bit better. But of course, it's a 91 rated card. It's not a 98 rated team of the year. So you're going to have a few things here or there that are not as high as you'd like them to be. The interesting thing about the team that I've got him in, of course, is that I said it gives him a nice link between Ronaldo and Messi. Not linking him to Messi at all. I'm using Maradona for that. For the first time, I think, ever, Ronaldo is on full chem in my team. I've had to drop Mbappe for the time being. Not sure if he'll make it back in, actually, because I've got Luis Suarez, who I could play in the team, but again, Mbappe has to miss out, or rather, Ronaldo would have to miss out, and I do now have Dybala, meaning that Mbappe has to miss out. I like Mbappe, sure, but I really like Luis Suarez, and I really like this Dybala card. I think I prefer Dybala, kind of, to Suarez. Suarez is fantastic, by the way. If you haven't checked out that review, feel free to do so. But, you know, spoiler alert, he's a really good card, and it's an objective card that you don't have to pay for, other than with your time, which I think is well worth it. But for 200,000 coins, you can pick up this Dybala card, who is sensational. I don't really have a bad word to say about him. Sure, like I said, would be nice if he had a 4-star weak foot. If they could have made him 4-star, 4-star, I don't think anyone would have really complained. It'd be interesting to see, actually. They didn't give him an upgrade. Because they did with Suarez. They made him 4-star, 4-star. But they didn't make Dybala 4-star, 4-star. Which is a shame. Because for a 91 rated moments card, you'd expect him to have 4-star, 4-star. But he doesn't. Is it a big deal? Not really. Took a couple of shots with his right foot. And it wasn't a problem, but it's easy enough to get this card back onto the stronger foot. I know a lot of people will play and know certain things about cards. Iron Robin being probably the biggest example I can use here, right? So Iron Robin's left-footed. We know he doesn't have a right foot at all. He can't use it. It's impossible. I think I've scored like 2 goals with him with his right foot, and they were point blank. However, if I face someone who's using Iron Robin, I know full well I need to keep him on the right foot. So long as I do, it's not a problem. He's not going to score. With Dybala, he has a slightly better weak foot than Iron Robin, who can be used. But if people are aware that you are trying to get onto that left foot, it will be easier. Not the like 100% job done, but it will be easier to defend. So just bear that in mind. Now, with that being said, let's talk about some of the positives, shall we? That is overpowered anyway, but with someone like Dybala, who has insane dribbling and the pace to boot, the acceleration more than anything, it's almost impossible to stop him with that bridge or the variant of that bridge. His positioning is very good as well. It's not him in the area this time, it's Lionel Messi, but we've already seen evidence of him arriving late into the penalty area and scoring that type of Freddie Ljungberg-style goal, is what I like to call it, from back in the early 2000s. His set pieces are very good. Penalties there, of course, has 89 penalties. With a chem style, has it better, like improved. And this is his free kick. This is the only one I had with him, so otherwise I'm sure there would be more evidence of his free kick ability. We're going to go into fancy editing mode now and make it look a little bit, not make it look a little bit better, but we're going to zoom in. We're going to go proper EastEnders on this. That is timed, but it doesn't matter if it's timed or not. It's going in. Dybala's free kicks, very, very nice. I love free kicks in this game. I score my fair share. Have to admit, had a lot of fun with this guy. Played with him in Champs, and I didn't really want to play Champs. But I thought, well, I might as well take him into a competitive mode and see if we can do it in that mode, rather than take him into friendlies and then speculate whether he can do it in Champs. He can. I didn't really think, oh, I wish I had Mbappe in this situation at any point. Not one situation did I think, oh, Mbappe would have scored that, Mbappe would have done that, Mbappe would have done it differently, Dybala isn't quite as good. Not once did I think that. Not to say that I'm comparing the two, it's just, of course, that Mbappe is the player that Dybala replaced. So, is he worth 200k? If you want my honest opinion, yes. However, it is going to come down to and depend on whether you have room for him in your team. If you're going to do it just for the sake of doing it and just to have him on the bench, I mean, you know, fantastic player to bring off the bench, sure. But there are other fantastic players for like 10, 20k you can bring off the bench. And I'm sure that they'll still do a job for you off the bench like Dybala would, but I don't think 200k, in my opinion, is worth it if you're going to just stick him on the bench or even in the reserves and never really use him outside of the odd game here or there. If he fits your team, it's an absolute steal. I think this guy is a very, very well-priced SBC. You get a couple of tradable packs back as well with a lot of rares. I actually packed a decent silver. I won't ruin it for the Road to Glory, but I packed a very good silver from the packs that I get back for Dybala that sold for like 15,000 coins. So made a little bit of money back, as well as the other golds and silvers that I got in there as well. So yeah, not bad. I'm not saying you will, but there is a chance, of course. Banging card, fits my team. I like him in real life. Overdue special item in my opinion. Well worth the money. And yeah, I would recommend it if you can fit him in your team. If you could bring him off the bench as well, sure, why not? But if you're doing it for the sake of it, obviously that's down to you. But if you have enjoyed this player review, do me a favour and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you, of course, and until the next time, goodbye.
Join the Betting Rebellion and find out what your football knowledge is really worth.